You're back with Milton Daily Homes. We got our big Friday, last episode of the week. Some decent stuff, and there's some cool battles happening. Some good Clash of the Titans here. First one up, 932 Deverell. It's at 287. It's a two-bedroom. It's like 1050 square feet. Really popular model, and you can buy these. There's no condo fees with them, so they can often be cheaper than rent. Pretty low taxes, $2,000 divided by 12. All looking good. So Deverell's a nice street, and this one's well staged, good photography. Actually, I think it was listed before, and I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet. It's a good deal for that one. So 1227 Chapman, jumping just over the 350 at 359. Lots of driveway space here. I even know people that share driveways like this, that the driveway is so wide they can actually do 3 cars. So they can almost tandem park depending on the arrangement they have. Hardwood floors here. It's a vacant home. A little bit harder to sell vacant homes. People tend to see all the imperfections when there's no furniture there. But it looks good, right? I mean, there's lots of space, probably 1900 square feet. Typically, these models sell in the sort of 360 to 380 range, so they're certainly on the competitive side. And so you've got a walkout basement there with the hardwood stairs too. I think this one's it's bound to sell. It's faces dairy, so the street itself is a pretty good. I call it street hockey street, where the kids can usually play, but you get a bit of noise from dairy there. I still think it's good. 1677 Stover, 359.9, and so crop sides. I mean, the prices can be all over for these models. With the finished basement, I mean, there's certainly value here. Once you cross the 350, though, it's kind of a different market than the under 350. Nice stuff inside. They've added the pot light. They've done some nice work down in the basement. It looks like there's the other part of the basement. And so what you've got is the bedroom sort of L shapes around. The garage wall would be this wall right here, and definitely a bold blue color there. Yeah, I think that you could certainly argue this price. It's just a question of whether or not they're attracting the right audience above that 350. It's one of those strategic things that it's how much can you improve the home. But 900 Hepburn is at 374. 3-bedroom. It's only 2 washroom though, so when we see stuff up in the 374 range, semi definitely good. Just under 1400 square feet, and so you've got some good looking hardwood floors here. Kitchen is a little bit more closed off, so it's a little more closed concept, this one here. You've got the eat-in towards the front of the house, upgraded flooring upstairs, and nice to know you could do a big room in the basement. Then you've also got, it looks like, a deck along with patio stones. So this one was listed at like 384, getting down closer to where I think they need to be. 1433 Costigan, 379. It's an end unit townhouse, 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, and so we've got looks like a hardwood floor. Interesting thing is that these photos, you can kind of tell what's going on, but they're just blurry, a little bit pixelated. So it's a little hard to judge the space, but I think that we've got a kitchen and an eat-in area, and then we also have a big family room. That's how most of these townhomes are designed, and that's actually quite a common design if we see like there's, I think, 3 homes on the list that have a similar thing where it's kitchen, eat-in, and then one big room. This one on Costigan, I think, is the same thing, 379. And so we've got the hardwood floors here, okay? And so this side, I believe, is one side of the room. You've got the pot lights here. You can see how it opens to the kitchen. And then you turn around and you've got this. So you sort of walk through the middle of these rooms here. And I think they've set it up as it was designed from the builder, but it can be a little tricky sometimes with furniture there. Gorgeous backsplash. I really like the look of that. More pot lights in here. And yeah, so the finished basement, I think, is the real kicker here, and you're close to the pond. So there's a lot of things I like about this home. I think the price is extremely competitive compared to, I know similar models have sold like on Hobbs and stuff like that. It's a good price for that home. 310 Andrews, and so we're looking at potentially a pie-shaped lot. If you look, it looks like it's on the bend there. 384.9, and again, very similar. So you've got this room that sort of opens to the kitchen, but it's long and narrow. There's the other side of the room, and you've got a little bit of a nook upstairs. That's not the basement, I don't think, but it could be. Upgraded floors upstairs. There's the basement, and backyard. Again, hard to tell if it pies out just because the angle of the lens. Costigan's a little bit busier street. Andrew's a little bit quieter, but you're a little closer to the train tracks here. So 384.9. I think these two are both competitive in that price range, and I think they're both going to sell pretty quick. So 734 Edwards. So this home's for sale, and in the same day the neighbors listed. So it can't be a comfortable environment there when you have two neighbors, even if they're friends, who are priced within $100 of each other, and they have the same model home, literally mirror image. So you're going to see buyers go from one to the other. I can't see meeting in the driveway and being like, hey neighbor, how's it going? And actually not feeling like, I want to sell my home first. Longmore model, 1,600 square feet, hardwood floors here. Good looking model, bit of a lighter color design, which is nice. It's bright, it's sunny. That's the front washroom. This is one of my favorite models. For some reason, there's a whole bunch of Longmores that are selling right now. What I like about this model is all the bedrooms are a good size. You've got a finished basement downstairs and a bit of interlock in the back. Now let's look at the neighbor. Let's look at the person right beside. Now I'm seeing 1,900 square foot homes, 2,000 square foot homes, semi-detached sell easily around this 4 range. So these guys are smaller, but with that finished basement, you do have the living space. So more hardwood floors here. Again, lighter kitchen, like very similar styles here. I like how it's a little thing, but I like how they did the backsplash going right up the wall there instead of just having it stop here. That was a really clever move. Okay, so there's your ensuite. You've got a little bit more green in the back on this one. Nice looking deck here, shed, and potentially, I don't know if you'd park a car there. It's really hard to tell from photos. I mean, some people do that, and then it's not always the most legal thing, but if your neighbors don't complain, most of the time you're fine. Leach Landing. Now, when you look at this one here, you've got double car garage. This is 2,800 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-washroom. At $479, I have a feeling they made a mistake here. It wouldn't be unusual if this one was $579. I could see this one being like anywhere $50,000 to $100,000 underpriced. With some upgraded flooring inside. Not spectacular pictures, but I think you've got some hardwood floors here. It doesn't seem like the right price on this one. If it is, jump all over it. I mean, it's a great deal, but it just seems too far off the mark to be realistic. 1194 Turner's at 482.8. And so we've got, I don't know the name of this model. I've seen it quite a bit. Double car garage. You've got a family room on the second floor here, almost like kind of a split design. Entrance from the garage here. You've got a main front foyer. Upgraded lights. You've got the hardwood floors, the kitchen. They've done a bit of a center island here too. Stainless steel appliances. That's your second floor family room. And so the bedrooms open up to this area. This is a good model when you have a finished basement because you can take the party down to the basement after the kids go to bed instead of being on that second floor family room. Okay, so good looking finishes here. 482.8 to me seems like a fair price. I think anytime you're getting this much space plus a double garage for that price, you're doing okay. 846 Savaline, we're back to single car garage, and so this is about 1,900 square feet, I think. Don't quote me on that. You walk in, you've got a space for a table here, and then you have a family room and a big open concept kitchen. There's a den you kind of go down the hallway to the left of the stairs here. And nice finishes inside. I mean, this is a good entertainer's house. The countertop, I don't know if that's more of a butcher's block style. Basement, very, very nice. And, pool tables can be hard to lift out of the home. So I don't know if they're including it or not, but I've seen a lot of times where it's more of a pain to take it out than to leave it in. Good looking fireplace too. You've got the bathroom's been upgraded downstairs. This is a great looking home. Single car garage at $499. Usually we see bigger homes, but there's the finished basement that could be the great equalizer on this one. So I actually think they haven't priced this one. Like, I think they're certainly in shooting range. 647 Trudeau, $499. So now we get back to a double car garage, same price as the previous one. I think this one's 2,100 square feet, and it has 3 bedrooms, not 4. And that could be the holdup on this one, is having just 3 bedrooms. Crown moldings here, nice neutral colors. The kitchen almost has like a real wood look to it, and I think for the right taste, that would really be awesome. So you've got a peak ceiling in your family room. Whoops. And there's your master ensuite and finished basement too. So this finished basement, I think, is the thing that's going to add rocket fuel to the sale of this home. And overall, nice deck in the back there, good sized backyard. It's a pie-shaped lot. Again, more rocket fuel. So this one is a strong contender for Chuck Pick of the day. There's a ton of value in this one. Philbrook, 509. So this one here is on a 100-foot lot. So even though it's not a pie, it's nice and big. Okay, so it's a corner lot. Small den just off the entrance. Then you have a dining room, and then your kitchen opening up to the family room. Nice high ceiling there, about 2,400 square feet this home. And looks like a little nook upstairs too. So yeah, again, a nice looking home. 251 Quinlan, 574. 4 bedroom, 4 washrooms. So there's 3 washrooms upstairs. And this is more like that one that I said I think is 100,000 under list. I mean, this is probably 2,800 square feet or somewhere in that range. The bedroom level, to see an arched opening like that is something that's not very common, and pretty cool. So there could be a sitting area in this home too. There's your ensuite and great stuff. Okay, all brick here. Like to see a little bit more flooring upgrade, but I think that there's certainly some nice features with this one. 320 Homes, 639, and so I believe it's a Sherwood model. That picture's a little bit blurry. You've got a living dining here. This is Sherwood. I think it's the 6A, and I think we've got the same home for sale. I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes from these photos, but 3010 square feet. You've got upgraded granite countertops. You've got the backsplash here. The home that we have for sale, if it's the same model, which I think it is, we're talking about, ours is the Princess Margaret Lottery home, loaded with upgrades. It's at $625. The one advantage this one has over ours is that it actually backs onto a ravine. And I've talked about this before. If I were listing a home that had a ravine behind, I would definitely think that one of my 9 photos would be of that shot, because that's a huge draw for a lot of people. And I've noticed quite a few times, for some reason on homes, we don't have the same amount of attention put on that the ravine lot from pictures. Now it's obviously in the description here, premium ravine lot. Wrought iron spindles. There's lots of upgrades in this home, so I think that they're positioned actually pretty well. In the 600 range, what we're noticing is you just have to hold on for longer. If a home's not sold in, let's say, 30 days, it does not mean that that it's overpriced. We're just seeing the timeline is getting extended in the 600s, and as soon as you get under 6 in the 500s, completely different market, much more activity happening. And then, as I've talked about quite a few times in the last month, the over 700 range has really quieted down in Milton. So I think people are just scaling back their money a bit, looking for more value, and we're certainly seeing a lot of double car garages that, while they're not huge, they're certainly nice picks, good strong value picks for people who, you got a couple kids, all the rest of it can save you a few dollars. So that's the list for today. Join us for a tour this weekend, and if not, I'll see you on Monday with more Milton Daily Homes. Bye for now.